What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Learn Crypto, presented by Wyckoff SMI. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Hope everybody is doing okay today. We're still in this, trading range here in the crypto market between 250 and 300 billion market cap. Today, we're going to talk about some of the big institutional investors coming into the market. We also have some negatives on taxation in Poland and some positives as far as maybe convincing some of the Muslim belief system that investing in cryptos may not be against their religion after all. Also, of course, we're going to have Todd looking at the TA. By the title, you can see that he thinks we might have one more fresh low for Bitcoin before this bull run really starts. And we'll just get to it, guys. I see you guys spamming the comment section right now. We'll answer those questions as well in a second. And that's about it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back after this intro.
With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
All right, guys, before we get started, with the usual cryptocurrency market capitalization, I'm going to answer a few questions here. People are asking, hey, where's the ECA interview? We did actually do the interview over the weekend. Our buddy Ryan, shout out to him, he actually did some editing and made a thumbnail for that. He started uploading it and had to go to work. It got stuck at 48%, so something on his end, either the computer went to sleep or turned off or something along those lines. He said when he gets home from work, he'll let me know, try to re-upload it. As soon as it is available, obviously, we will tweet it out to all of our Twitter handles. If you don't follow us on Twitter, you can see it below our name right there.
Looks like no YouTube notifications, so maybe a few more people will trickle in here.
Yep.
Can't do much about that.
And then also, I haven't given out anything here in a while, so we're going to get back into doing that since we're back here on Learn Crypto. After this video is over, just leave a comment in the comment section below with your Twitter handle, and the winner will be getting some red coin. I'm just doing red coin right now because I do have some left over on Twitter, and it's really easy for me to send it to you via the @tipredcoin bot. So make sure to leave a comment in the comment section, hit the like, share, and subscribe button for your chance to win some coins.
We want to go over about this discussion about our interviews and our reviews, and to make sure everybody knows that we're just trying to, put some information out here on these coins. We're not going to pump or dump any of these things. We're just Nick's trying to give an overall view, pluses and minuses. If we do pick up any coins or payment for any of that, that'll be definitely well made aware on the video and why he's talking. So, because we're not into any of those games, we're just trying to provide a lot of technical analysis and fundamental analysis on these coins.
That's about it, guys. Like we said, if I own something that I am talking about, I always try to be transparent on it. I try to send you guys out the pros and the cons. You guys make your own investment decision based off of that. And a lot of the coins I do reviews are chosen by the community over on my Twitter, so maybe we'll set up another poll for that tonight. So I guess with that being said, we'll go ahead and get this started. Over here at the cryptocurrency market capitalizations, we are still in that trading range I was talking about at $259 billion. Bitcoin at $6,745, down 4.29% for the day. A lot of these big name coins are following right into suit. Ripple down to 48.9 cents. Litecoin at 114 bucks. We're not going to go through all these guys. Let's see who has done well today, and maybe I can tell you a little bit of why. Mixin, I'm not too really sure about this coin. This popped onto the top 100 out of nowhere. If you guys have any information on it, feel free to put it in the live comment section to inform some of the community. Polymath actually just released their new Polymath core. So it's almost like a mainnet went live, I think yesterday or a couple days ago. So that's probably why you're seeing the gains here. I did do a review on Polymath, and we'll see where that goes here in the future. Skycoin's seen some nice gains. No real news, but a couple big Twitter guys, a couple big guys in the mining industry with a couple 100,000, followers. They've tweeted out that they have purchased some Skycoin based on the very fact that it has a great idea in principle. I actually just did the review on Skycoin recently, so make sure to check that out. We got Verge here, so like in the last show, Todd and I were saying maybe follow Verge with a close stop since a lot of people were talking negative on it, and hopefully ride it to some a new pump as their partnership is coming closer to fruition. So that's kind of my opinion, guys. If you're still heavily in the gains on this one, I am following this one pretty closely, hoping for one more pump before the partnership, and I would be looking to take some profits. Today they also came out with a Medium post kind of putting a positive spin on, they did have that flaw in their code, but they fixed it really fast, and I think some people enjoyed seeing that conversation. Neo right here up 6% for the day. You guys know how I love my Neo. When it was down in the 40s, I said you had to be buying some. And I still am very bullish on Neo, guys. I think under $100 Neo is a steal in this market. And this is going to be one of the leaders when the next bull market happens. And I don't think there's, I know Evan Killer in here told me about this coin. I never heard about it. Look at these gains on this thing. This thing over the weekend was 60 cents, 69 cents.
Whoa.
And it jumped up to $6. Now, Evan Killer over there, he happened to buy 2,000 coins to set up a node. He said he's going to hold through this. I know if I turn $1,200 to $12,000 in a couple days, whether it be a little luck, whatever it is, I'll probably be taking profits. But props out to you for sticking to your guns, and we'll see how that turns out for you. The reason that this happened is they said this is going to be doing something similar that Z Classic did with Bitcoin Private. They're going to be taking this hex and offering a Bitcoin fork. So that's why you're seeing the pump here. And also that their nodes only use 2,000 coins and you earn about 3 coins per day. Very interesting. And with these coins that have such low liquidity in the market, when people start accumulating them, the price goes up very fast. So that's what you see here. I don't know, I'm going to look deeper in this one. If you guys are interested, I would wait for a pullback, guys. This has gone 10x in 3 days. That's not one we want to be buying. We do not want to be buying at all-time highs or chasing green candles, especially with what Todd's about to show you on the Bitcoin chart, where we think there might be one more lower low before this bull run happens.
Not below 58.50 though, or not below 6.
So without further ado, let's let Todd do some TA and see what's going on the charts.
What's up, Dominic, Noel, Ev Killer? We've got the 4-hour chart up here. I don't think the markings have really changed from what I said before. We're still doing this big, long, drawn-out triangle. If you go in and zero in on the recent action, then you can, what appears to be maybe another triangle. We had one really back here. This was a triangle. That meant new lows was coming, but the end of that move. So now, so that was a 5 wave down here. And now possibly we're doing another triangle, which would mean a break below the 64.50, but still hold above the previous low below 6,000. So it would just bring in some fresh shorts, wipe out a few longs, and then we would get the bigger triangle back to work. So, and again, I don't know if I'm not going to be cute trying to look for one more new low. I think the new low would be a buy, and then still look for a rally out of here above the 12,000. So I still think you got to be looking for coins here. So I think you need to go through the list, which is a few things we're going to look at here in a minute. Let's go through the normal. Ethereum had a nice little run last night that maybe put in a low there, so showed a little bit of strength. Litecoin not doing much, still holding down here at the 114 level. It could actually slide down to a new low if Bitcoin does break down. Neo had a quick run to like 58 last night, back to 52, but once again showing a little bit of strength. OMG 910, that chart still looks pretty good. Showing a little bit of relative strength. Let's do Vertcoin. Had a quick run to that 250, but now back to $1.80. And then let's go over, let's do a few more here. We got Decred USD. Not a bad looking chart as well, possibly. And then we've got, I want to show the XVG USD. That's one we thought would try to continue higher. I mean, there's the 4-hour showing the crushing decline. But now let's go in and look at the rally off the low. We was saying here at 45, it was looking better. Try to stay long, and we've continued to do that. And we just now actually put in a new high for this move up at the 78 level. So I don't know. I mean, trail a stop and see if this thing can continue higher. The news is the 16th, I believe. 15th, 16th?
Yeah, 15th, 16th, somewhere in there.
So, you know, maybe sell a spike here and look for volatility to come in here. But so far, I mean, impressive that it's continued to work higher here. So,
also, James says, why is Gollum spiking right now? So Gollum is about to release their mainnet soon, if you guys did not know. Some media sources were falsely claiming that Gollum has launched live. Gollum has subsequently came out and said, hey, we heard media sources are saying we have launched. That has not happened yet, but they are close. So I don't know if I own Gollum that I'd be selling off this because it's not entirely false news. It's just a little preemptive. So in my opinion, if you hold Gollum, you've probably been holding for a while. You're probably even or down on it. It hasn't been doing too much. It's kind of underperformed for the market. I think the mainnet launch, this is kind of an indication that when it does actually go live, that it will start to gain traction and maybe start taking up some of this market cap.
Hey, what's up on the K9s? Yeah, we didn't get the YouTube alert to go out, only Twitter. So
and I think that might have to do with Bitcoin being in the title. There's some rumor of that going around. So I guess we're going to start calling Bitcoin corn. A lot of people on Twitter call it corn. So from now on, if we're doing any price projection that says corn, that is for Bitcoin. So make sure to tune in to see the TA.
It's not for soybeans and corn.
Yeah. Also, somebody wanted you to look at Lisk real quick, and then I'll steal the screen back. Unless you want to talk about Zen here, too.
No, that's Zen. I got too much going on. We're going to save that excitement after the break. So here's Lisk USD. Let's go back out. We got some markings on the Zen chart we're going to go over. So there's Lisk. Deep pullback. Kind of some previous support here. Not much good to say there. I mean, I still think Bitcoin's going to put in a low here, and these coins will rally. So I'm sure some will have big percent rallies. But the chart on its own is not that well. Yeah, we're going to go over Zen when we get back.
Sounds good. Well, let me steal this real quick. First of all, I just want to shout out to everybody that is tuned in. That means you follow us on Twitter because the YouTube notification didn't go out. So I really appreciate that, guys. Obviously, we're back here with less subscribers and followers, but we're trying to build the community back up. I already have, I don't even know, Chris, if you're in here, he's been reaching out to a bunch of projects looking to get interviews. I think I'm in talks right now with 5 or 6 coins, lead developers, and founders that want to get on here and do interviews. Like I said, that is completely free of charge, just trying to bring some information to the community. Hope you guys watch it, and that's it. All we ask for them to do is share it on their social media platforms, so hopefully we can continue to grow this community. So over here on my Twitter, you can see WanChain actually is now available for trading over on KuCoin. It didn't really see any kind of price spike out of it because, as you guys know, KuCoin has kind of failed with the referral program and has very low volume. But it is a trusted exchange and can turn things around here in the future. If you guys are new to the channel, you know I like the threesome of WAN, ICX, and what is the third one? Aeon. Those 3 are all partnered up together. I like what those guys are doing, and you probably wouldn't be a bad idea to buy some of those. WanChain is one everybody was talking about having 100x when it came to the market, but since WanChain became WenChain after it took 3, 4, 5, 6 months to get to the exchange, some of that hype has died down. But I think when the bull market does ensue, some of these shillers and the really people looking at the fundamentals of WanChain will be back in the spotlight, and you'll probably see some nice gains. I guess we'll go over to here. So people wanted us to kind of talk about and give our opinion on George Soros reconsidering the cryptocurrencies. The billionaire George Soros apparently has an interest in trading cryptocurrencies. Despite calling Bitcoin a bubble a few months ago on January 2018, George Soros has had a hard time believing in the future of cryptocurrencies and has badmouthed Bitcoin, calling it not a currency. So what is your opinion on this, Todd? Do you think this is good, bad, indifferent? What do you think is going to be going on with that?
I mean, they're letting his family office invest, so I think it just shows people are going to get more comfortable in this area. We're going to get all these exchange issues figured out and custodial, and I think all that's big news.
Yeah, so I kind of see it as a good and a bad. From a good point, it means that, hey, if he's coming in, I think we saw the Rockefellers are trying to create a fund as well. They're coming in. ETFs are coming, guys. I know we've been saying this for a while, but I know they're up for vote right now, whether they're going to get approved or not. In my opinion, they will get approved. I think that's already done and said. From the negative point of view, I think when you get some of this institutional money, a lot of it goes OTC, over the counter. So that's not really going to directly impact the market price. What we really need for another bull run to get going is more retail investors like ourselves to come into the space, and also people who are already in the space to put more money in. Now, I know somebody over here, Joe, was saying if I keep buying the dip, I'm going to go bankrupt because this has been a long dip. You guys have probably been making some good long-term purchases, but no fresh money is currently coming in the market, and that's why you're seeing low volume and these prices just kind of hovering in this range. With Soros coming in, you know, they can make money whether the market goes up or down. And really, they can make tons of money with high-frequency trading just if they keep it in this range. Now, do I think that Bitcoin can gain momentum and break out of that? Yeah, sure. But I think there is a positive and a negative with Soros coming in. But we'll see how it goes.
But high-frequency trading is going to hurt if you're out here scalping stuff because they're going to scalp in front of you. But there's no one really needs to be doing that, especially not anyone from this channel. I mean, you got to be well-capitalized. You got to have high-speed connects. So
yeah, that's going to be like the Soros team trying to do that.
I mean, let them do that. That's not going to affect anything we're doing. It's going to provide more liquidity. So I still think that's a plus. And, you know, then they made I saw a tweet about you know, high frequency killed E-mini futures. But you can say it's hurt volume. It's made it way tough to trade them. But the stock market went to, you know, it's been going up to all-time highs every day for the last, you know, 8 years, 9 years. So you can't say it killed E-mini trading. It didn't kill the, you know, the stock market, which is the dog. It's hurt the tail maybe. So it might affect Bitcoin futures trading, but again, that doesn't affect Bitcoin as much. So I still think it's all positives.
Shout out to Rocky for subscribing right there. And this will kind of lead us into the next thing I got here. Poland can't do high-frequency trading. Otherwise, they're going to be paying 100% taxes and lose all their money. Is Poland becoming a crypto authoritarian country? For a long time, Polish people were nervously waiting for their government's official stance regarding cryptocurrency taxation. After a long wait, it came out. And do not laugh, because the following fact might sound ridiculous, but it is also true. Some people who trade cryptocurrencies may have to pay more than 100% in taxes. You guys might be on the, how do you do that, Nick? Well, Poland government has released their stance regarding cryptocurrencies taxation to the public, and firstly, it does not sound too bad, although it adds up to ridiculous amounts. According to the new cryptocurrency taxation, a physical person will have to pay 1% civil law operation tax for every single cryptocurrency trade they make, as well as an 18 to 32% income tax at the end of the year. So the way this works, guys, is literally every single trade, they have to pay 1% tax on that. And then if you surpass $25,000 by the end of the year, which a lot of people who get into cryptos strive to do, you are going to be on the higher end of the income tax and be put at 32%. Now, if you stay under $25,000, you only get charged 18%. But like I said, 1% taxation per trade. That's pretty crazy, guys. So every single trade you make, you have to not only make more than 1% to make it worthwhile, but then as soon as you want to invest that back in Bitcoin or another coin or whatever you want to do, you have to make sure to cash out to fiat at least 1% of that if you want to have the amount of taxes that you're going to need at the end of the year. They're saying you have to pay 18% income tax if you do not surpass the line of $25,000. Like I said, surpassing this amount would mean you have to pay 32% income tax, adding up to more ridiculous amounts. This adds up with the stacking 1% civil law operation tax may rise above 100% of taxes. I mean, this is crazy, guys. Pretty much, if you live in Poland, just don't do crypto. I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys, unless you're going to be literally do long-term hodl only, buy Bitcoin, do nothing with it, because literally every single conversion, if you're doing a USD trading pair and then you want to go back to Bitcoin like most people do, you just got charged 2% on that taxation. So no high-frequency traders for Poland.
And Dominique Burry says shorts are at all-time high on Bitcoin. I can't confirm that, Dominique, but I know you probably know what you're saying. So And I would agree with that because I've been in some Discord groups just looking around, and people are talking about, yeah, I'm short Bitcoin, et cetera. People that didn't know what being short Bitcoin probably was even possible. And now they're trading Bitcoin on the short side. So the problem is you can do that. Yes, you've made a little bit of money probably recently. Yes, you're going to get caught short. So trust and believe that. That's what happens. They get you comfortable and then you get it shoved.
Anthony said, could I interview somebody from OMG? Yeah, I mean, if you know them personally, tell them to DM me on Twitter at StuNot620. Like I said, no fee. We just want to do a video with them and provide as much information to this community.
Crispy's Glass says he's first full day of trading after taking the class. Tom Mullen's been saying it. Mid-April is the correction low, so hang in there. So,
yeah, with that being said, I guess I can grab this real quick. For everybody new to the channel, if you go over to learncrypto.io, we do have a cryptocurrency trading course. I think we're up to 930 students in here. It links to our YouTube channel. Also, Todd's wife pulls blog information in here from different news sources that you guys can check out. And then lastly, we do have Crypto PCG, where we help manage your guys' crypto portfolios using trading APIs. You still maintain full control, and it's just 3% per year. That is it, guys. So make sure to take a look at the course, take a look at this website to see what we offer, and hopefully we can get this charting software here for you guys soon.
Yep, the update on the software. Vladimir still, he sent me comments and things. What's going to end up happening is they're going to want paid like a service fee, because I think I'm getting bad data. They're going to explain that to me, but I'm getting just, when you got 39 exchanges, it doesn't take much to throw off the calculation, so they got to go in and figure out what threw it off. So they're wanting, okay, to basically give me a maintenance fee. So when I tell them a chart doesn't look right, they're going to go in and fix it, because, in the stocks, that never happens. I've never paid them any type of ongoing fee to keep data clean. It always comes clean. So, and I'm sure all that gets fixed over time. Bar chart gets their crap together, or I find another data feed that I'm comfortable with. I just was comfortable with bar chart in the beginning because they did my stock information so well for years. But maybe I've made a mistake picking bar chart. I don't really know that answer yet, because I do have a couple other choices. So, PCG is going to be trading more, especially when the software drops, especially when I get a little more comfortable with these markets, which I think I'm going to get going here, and get outside stress lowered down a little bit. So we're just trying to get more organized and keep it moving, get ready for this next bull run.
Ryan Billingsley says, BTC moving up by next week. Guys, I'm still sticking by my call. I said by the first week of May, the crypto market will start its new bull run. Otherwise, me and McAfee will be on the same stage together enjoying a hot dog eating competition. Now, I'm sticking by that. There's a couple reasons. First of all, the taxes here in the United States will be over. Either people will be paying their taxes or getting tax refunds. There's a couple other things as far as historical data and historical charting from the other years in the past for Bitcoin. This is usually when things heat up. Also, I think that we're not in like the last crash when Mt. Gox happened, to where it's going to be 2 years. I think we're going to be like the other consolidation where, you were down for 3, 4, 5, 6 months accumulating, and then we saw drastic upward movements. You guys don't want to be chasing those gains, so I would definitely be holding those bags or adding to those bags around these prices. Todd does see one more lower low, but like we said, is nothing drastic and nothing I'm really going to be trying to be cute with trading my Bitcoin, at least.
That could happen in the next 24 hours and be done with. So yeah, I don't think that's not that big a deal. And Matt is still over at Crypto News. So, because you're at Learn Crypto, Wyckoff, SMI right now. So Matt's still doing his thing over there, a little more entertainment value than what we're going to do. We're still trying to stay with details of making some money.
Yeah, and if you want a little more information on that spooky, make sure to tune in to our first episode back over here, and we talked a little bit about that.
And we're staying heavy on techno and phono, and mostly heavy on technical because I'm coming back hard. Once the software does get a few more quirks worked out, I'm going to try to go live during the day still. I've been saying that. Anything I say is still happening. Just can't help delays on issues with API quotes, etc. So I'm ready to go over Zen if you want to get me back, if you're ready. This is a 4-hour Zen USD. So you can see the quick run up to 20 over here to the left. And then we came down and did the sideways for months. And then we kind of jumped that, kind of pulled back to it. So I think 20 is a big level because you can see over here, this was a triangle. The support came in at 20. So that's why I got support listed here on the 4-hour. You can see that has, with the decline in Bitcoin, 20 has been decent. I mean, we did go below 15, but you're going to have some of that when you got Bitcoin crashing really as it did. And then if we go back out here, let's go to a 1 hour to talk about some Wyckoff on this chart. We mentioned this there a few days ago when Nick was going over Zen. But I think, once again, let's talk here. If you've taken the course, you're going to understand these markings. So PS is preliminary support. I got one marked at 22, and we got one really marked down at that 20 level. Remember, that's the support level I had on the 4-hour. So it looks like somewhere here, 20 started being important again with preliminary support. Then you had big volume coming in on the downside. You see these red bars, and this is volume stacked in behind it. So definitely some big red bars coming into a selling climax. And then we have an AR, which is automatic rally, a quick rally back up to relieve the oversold, and also to give you the top end resistance. So we put resistance at 23 off of the rally off the selling climax. You had a secondary test come down on lower volume to test the previous selling climax. Now you've got some trading range action to look forward to and volume to slide off. This was, we didn't really get good trading range action. We got more of the apex, which is showed by the blue dotted line. Again, I think a lot of that's because, you know, Bitcoin's been under pressure, market's been under pressure, total market cap's being under pressure. So we still get some trading range type action. We get a spring down here. Either one of these could have been springs, really. Then you've got the lower volume test. And then here you're going to look for some type of sign of strength. We did get a sign of strength here on this rally up to 22.23, which was a previous resistance. We mentioned that on a previous broadcast. And then you had a pullback to the creek that was jumped. This line here would look better more as a creek, but I've got it marked as a blue dotted line. We came down and respected that. And then really in the face of the market's not doing that well, it continued to jump through resistance at the 2280 level and got up to 27. And then once again, with Bitcoin coming under pressure, we had a quick pullback to the support level in the last few hours here. So, and then the rally up to 27 started taking out the previous downtrend line, which I think is a big deal. So if Bitcoin would fall below 64.50, I think probably wouldn't hurt to pick up some Zen. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a little here. So that's just an interesting chart on the 1 hour basis. So
I think that's almost like textbook Wyckoff there, you know, and some of the lessons, that chart almost matches up with some of the lessons that are taught in the Learn Cryptocurrency trading course.
That's textbook on a 1 hour chart. So you go back to a 4 hour chart, you know, daily, obviously we need to get the downtrend line broken, which we're just starting to do. That's a buying test that you need to look for. So, you know, we're putting it together here, I think, to make this a coin that you know, possibly could lead us higher. So we've said before, in a bear market, you want to be able to weed out the dogs and try to find the ones the composite man's been trying to accumulate. I would say this is one that's being accumulated. And let's run a disclaimer right now.
In trading cryptocurrencies, our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
And everybody knows, I mean, we have to run the disclaimers because I'm futures licensed and security licensed. And, you know, we're getting ready to call some of these things commodities, which is going to make it where I've got to run disclaimers. And who knows what else I'm going to be forced to do here.
It does look like GNT is going on a massive run, so if you want to look at that here in a second. Before we get to that, though, before that massive spring that Todd just showed on the chart, We actually did an interview with Rob Viglione. If you want to check that out, it's on this channel now. We have it over here. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it, guys. And when I first did that, he actually told us that we are at Crypto News, now we're at Learn Crypto, told the community something new that had not even been made public about Zen Grid and the supernodes. I came on the live show kind of trying to get you guys to watch it, saying I liked what they were doing. They made it public right when that spring was happening, and now you've seen 40-50% gains after that information was made public by their Zencash official Twitter handle. I really want to just enforce, when I get these interviews on here, they give a very good insight to some of these coins. Some of the details that they talk about based on the questions I ask them aren't fully made public by the whole company as a whole yet, the whole coin as a whole. So really listen to those, listen to the details that they're talking about and some of the new projects they're going to come with. Because I usually ask them what they got going on, and a lot of that they haven't really released over their public social media platforms yet. And it really gives you guys a really good opportunity to hear some of their perspective on it, plus my fundamental review on it, see how they answer some of the red flags and concerns that I may have brought up on it, and really give a good data point whether you want to maybe invest or speculate or get involved in one of these currencies. Todd, do you want to look at GNT real quick?
I've got the 1 minute up. I moved from 21 to 35. Just traded that 35, and now we're back here at 31. So definitely the volatility there. Back out to a 1 hour. Still got a lot of work to do, but definitely some action on that thing short term.
So I don't know if this is still the pump from the media sources saying that the main net is live even though it is not, or if this is a new pump. GNT has not officially announced that they are live yet. I know they said they were close. That's all I can tell you guys. But like I said, if you're a long-term holder of GNT, you're probably down on it. And this is always a long-term project. I do own a little bit of GNT from forever ago. It's just sitting on a Jax wallet that I don't even use. This is a long-term vision of almost like a global or supercomputer where all of our computers can interact with each other to create and rent out processing power to each other. So we'll see what happens. And with the mainnet launch, we'll see how they can capitalize on that.
You know, hopefully on this Zen chart then, if I can get the software kicking out correct data, and it obviously would have been exciting to be able to look at 5-minute volume data and see how it worked during all this. Because it goes back to divergences, inharmonious action, all the things that I've never talked about on here. So everyone, you know, market's coming down, everyone's, you know, not happy, thinking that this area is over with. I'd say you need to stay excited. And I'm still trying to get all the kinks worked out. I need Coinigy to come through with group trading. And then we're going to do what we really do.
Angry Dragon says, Nick, how do you rank the top 5 privacy coins? So this weekend I did do the interview with ECA. I also had a wedding to go to. Todd also had a couple other things going on. I plan on getting in here this weekend for sure and doing, if Todd is in town, we'll see what's going on. I might have to set it up at my house and doing a bunch of pre-recorded videos, including one of them on the list is top 5 privacy currencies. And I was going to kind of do that for every sector for you guys. Also, I was going to do some risk to reward coins and do some of these pre-recorded videos to post here to the channel. As I know when we're doing things live, things get skipped or passed over, and we don't really want to bore you with mundane details during it. I will tell you that I am a big fan of Zencash. I said right after the interview was over, I said I was going to accumulate it. As the spring happened, I said I'm going to try to accumulate it as well. Their secure nodes, you need 42 Zen, and their super nodes, you need 500 Zen. They just restructured to pay out those nodes a little bit more. And I really am excited for Zen in the future because they are a privacy currency that is building products for Zencash to interact with, creating more and more value propositions. And they also just partnered up with IOHK, which is a very well-known development team. And its market cap right now is still under $100 million. I think it's $70 million, guys. It has a finite coin cap of 21 million, so there is going to be a supply and demand curve there. I think it's one to keep a watch out. Also, I really do like Monero because it is the only truly private cryptocurrency right now. There is no rich list. Everything is hidden, and that's the one I like. I like it way more than Zcash because Zcash a lot of people like, but it has 20% of the mining fees from Zcash automatically goes to the treasury. That's too high in my opinion. Also, Zcash transactions right now, I think it's like 3.5% of all Zcash transactions are actually private because you have to turn the privacy feature on and off. And I disagree with that. So we'll see what happens. I'll put that video together hopefully for you guys and see if you agree.
And once again, on interviews, reviews, I mean, we're going to let people know if we're getting paid anything or given any coins. Right now, our purpose is just to provide more information. So it's not to shill coins. It's not to do any of that.
Shout out to Asmoth. Nick, thanks for the ECA follow-up. Yeah, hopefully when he gets off today, he's going to try and re-upload it. I'll stay up as late as I need to make sure I get a tweet out to you guys so you guys can watch it when you see fit. Also, ECA did get added to Cryptopia. We talked about it in the interview. That makes it a lot more accessible to more volume. It makes it a lot more accessible to more investors. The interview went pretty well, guys. I asked them my comments, my concerns, my red flags, and you guys will be able to judge whether they fulfilled those requirements. And then ETH580 says Bitcoin private is better. I do have some Bitcoin private. If you followed the show back in the day when we were doing Z Classic about the fork there, I'm still waiting for Bitcoin private really to prove itself and really to become available on more exchanges before I can put it in the top tier of privacy coins in this ecosystem.
Give me a second here. Don't come back to me. I'm going to look at something. If you can keep it alive for a minute.
John West, Nick and Todd sound like they're on their game, ready to get it. Hey, we're excited to be back, stress-free, doing our own thing. We'll build the community back up. I get excited to do these reviews and interviews because it really gives me an in-depth look at some of the technology coming to the space, some of the real-world use cases coming to the space, and really just getting perspective of the people who created these ideas and are really working every single day to try to make their visions become a reality. That's what's exciting to me, guys. I don't care if since I've been doing this, it's been 3, 4, 5 months now, Todd. I don't know. It's been a bear market the entire time, but really that's when the work begins, and that's when you should be doing the research, accumulating the bags of what you like, and really digging into the details. I have another article over here. I'll go over this real quick.
That's cool.
Somebody sent me this from the community, so if you guys come across something interesting and want to DM it to me on Twitter or tag me in it, I'll take a look and see if it's if I think it's worthy to be talked about here on the show. So cryptocurrency traders use old gold and drive to draw Islamic investors. In Dubai's decades-old gold souk, customers from around the world haggle over bangles and necklaces. Everywhere in the Emirate, the region's top center for gold trade, bullion is playing a new role in financial engineering. A local startup company founded last year called 1 Gram, which you guys may have heard of, is issuing a gold-backed cryptocurrency, part of efforts to convince Muslims that investing in cryptocurrency complies with their faith. So if you guys don't know, in the Muslims' faith, they actually can't get involved with cryptocurrencies based on it being a speculative market and not holding any real true value, at least under their assumptions. This 1 Gram we have talked about in the past, I really wasn't stoked for a cryptocurrency that is backed by gold. Obviously, what's the point of that? I'd rather hold bullion. I'd rather hold the gold if I want to invest in gold. That's kind of like people that also invest in like gold stock certificates. I'd rather just hold the gold personally. But it is nice to see that 1 Gram did have a purpose, and that purpose is to try to convince some high-ranking officials in the Muslim religion that investing in cryptocurrencies is okay. The global surge of interest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies extends into the Gulf and Southeast Asia, the main centers of Islamic finance. But because they are products of financial engineering and objects of speculation, cryptocurrencies sit uneasy with Islam. Sharia principles, in addition to banning interest payments, emphasize real economic activity based on physical assets and frown upon pure monetary speculation. That has triggered debate among Islamic scholars over whether cryptocurrencies are religiously permissible. Cryptocurrency companies are seeking to sway the debate by launching instruments based on physical assets and certified as valid by Islamic advisors. So like I was saying, guys, as of now, it looks like if they do invest in cryptocurrencies, they'll only be getting into 1 gram or maybe things like USD Tether or True USD that actually are backed by a physical commodity. But I still think it might in the future open up the eyes to the Islamic faith and Muslims around the world. And hopefully one day, that's a lot of people. A lot of people are Islamic, guys. There'll be a lot of people, retail investors like I'm saying, that are needed for the bull run that could potentially come to the space, maybe starting with Bitcoin, Litecoin, and moving forward to the alts. Obviously, nobody knows, but I think this is one step in a good direction to get some more retail investors here today.
And ZIL, we might need to look at them. In that chart we've talked about, it looks halfway decent. Maybe that's something you want to look at, Nick. Maybe. Take a note.
Sounds good.
And then what I wanted to show is, this is reported in February, Soros, #3 investor in Overstock. We've talked about Overstock before here on the channel. I just wanted to bring up, this is a 1-year Overstock. back here on these big green volume days, I'm sure it was when Soros was trying to pick up. You know, I have obviously no idea, but they were saying in January they were, you know, late October, November, December, January. So on this bull run, they were trying to get the stock that they wanted to be a third largest owner. Obviously, with Bitcoin coming under pressure, the stock's been hammered from 90 down to like 31 and change was the low. So I still will say, obviously, do your own research. If I'm not registered in your state, this is not investment advice. But I got to think that this one down here is a low risk, high reward stock play. And you got Soros in bed with you, which I think is a plus. And then what they just announced, you didn't go over that, right? They just announced their trading software is launching. So I think the chairman of Overstock, he's doing his thing. So I think this is a play on the stock side. So that's all I got quickly on that one.
Bobby Veltri said, been buying at the so-called bottom for a month. Well, we have been in the same exact trading range for a month or two, hovering in between 6 and 8K. So this could be the bottom. This is just the accumulation phase, in our opinion, before the next rally. And I think that you're not really going to get hurt too bad here in the long run, no matter what happens, adding to your bags around these prices. Obviously, do your own research, guys. Every coin is their own individual entity, but that's just talking on the perspective of Bitcoin being the index for the market overall.
I'd like to hear if anybody else is out here knowing that people they're reading in Discord or all these chat groups, that people are talking about being short Bitcoin like it's, I think too many people are comfortable being short Bitcoin now. So we're getting it set up how we want to.
And I think that's really about all that we got today, guys. Hopefully, like I said, the ECA interview will be live here tonight. I'll make sure to retweet that if it's going to happen. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. We're trying to build this community back up. And with the market and the downturn, it's hard to get more people over here, obviously. So we're just going to continue doing our thing with reviews and interviews, and the people will come. Lastly, like I said, I'm going to be giving away some free RDD, some red coin. Who doesn't like free coins? So if you want to be able to win that, leave your name and Twitter handle with whatever comment, question, whatever you got in the comment section below after this video is over, and I'll do a random drawing for one lucky winner, maybe two lucky winners, since I haven't given out anything here in a while. Do you got anything to say, Todd?
Yeah, I wanted to reply to somebody asked about, Tom Mullins asked about the red bars on Bitcoin every time it gets a little bit of gain going. I'm sure Tom's talking about the break today, early morning, where this is the volume down here, if you can see it, of a huge spike in volume. I mean, probably that put the C wave in top, but here we are, you know, we're trying to recover that area again. So, you know, I don't know if that's, you know, whether that's shorts jumping on the bandwagon, what, Mt. Gox still selling, Wells trying to entice everybody to get short, and everyone get out of their longs. So, as we mentioned the other day, I mean, it's crazy. People that I think would have took a second mortgage on their house to buy cryptos at the highs now want nothing to do with them. So there's no way you can change. You know, we haven't had that big a fundamental change on things. It's all emotion, it's all technical. And I don't think you want to lose fact of that. So.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, if anything, the fundamentals on a lot of these coins have only grown stronger, with ETFs hopefully coming, more OTC opportunities, and them getting further along on their projects during this bear market. So I'm very excited here for the near-term future. We will see you here tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time as usual, and we'll continue to try to provide as much information as we can to you guys. Make sure to follow us over on Twitter. Both our Twitter handles are below our name right there. With these YouTube notifications being so finicky, we always tweet a couple minutes before we go live, so that way you guys don't miss anything and you can get in as many questions as you guys need to.
Yep.
And with that being said, that's about all we got. I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, guys. Out of here.
Oh, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.